It's just amazing to believe that why any band um, would put messages in an album for their fans to kill themselves. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, like, I think maybe Glenn Tipton said, like, oh, well, if we're going to put any message in the albums, it would say, like, buy more albums, I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, why would any band do that? I mean, even like bands like Deicide and Cannibal Corpse and such, like, I mean, everybody knows that like these bands, like, they're not out to like to kill people with their music, and it just shows how close-minded people are about certain things. Um, this band, this Judas Priest, um, actually, they mean a lot to me. I've been listening to them for a long, long time, as well as a lot of other bands, and a lot of bands that have been accused of doing this. And if anything, I mean, these kind of bands kind of, improved my life. Like, they've actually, like, given me a reason to keep going. This is like, people don't realize that. Like, they think everything is negative unless it's like, on MTV or, Disney Channel or some crap like that. I mean, people, if they don't understand something, they attack it. So, that's pretty much my 2 cents on that. You know, and plus another thing too is that Judas Priest never even wrote that song. Like they were just trying to come up with like an excuse to scapegoat somebody, just like having some Marilyn Manson. Um, I'm still waiting for it to happen to industrial music with bands like X Fusion and Wumpscut. Like somebody's gonna blame them for something next. Uh, Fortunately, they're not really in the mainstream, so they're still kind of safe. But yeah, I mean, if you watch the whole thing with Frank Zappa and everything about his whole attitude that was on censorship and everything, the proof right there is in the pudding. But if anything, if anybody wants to know about like negative music, like a lot of rap music is very negative, and I'm sure that does fuel some people's negative tendencies. But at the same time, it's still just music. Like I don't listen to a lot of rap music, but at the same time, it's just entertainment. Like you can't take anything like that real serious. Same thing would be with like any type of horror movie or you know uh, anything of that genre. If anything is negative, it's probably the news on TV and like the media, the way they you know glorify like negative things. Like try to put pit people against like political figures actually doing a good job, and like when they are, and that's like where the real problem is. But people don't realize that like they want to point the finger at video games and entertainment. Oh, that's the problem. People, for the most part, they like to have a scapegoat, and a lot of times there's people like that Judas Priest get caught in the middle. So, unfortunately, let's hope that this doesn't happen again. And but I'm sure we'll see something again in the future. Something will happen, and somebody will get blamed for it, like a comedian or a movie star or a video game or something like that. Oh, a bunch of people got shot in a school, so we're gonna blame it on Grand Theft Auto or something like that. You know, People just like love scapegoats for some reason, especially from the entertainment business, um, which I think is really, really ignorant to the fact that a lot of the people that are involved in the extreme part of entertainment are actually probably more the nicer people. It's the people that are pop stars that are the real assholes. So that's what I wanted to say. So yeah.